The second question is related to today's situation, which has come from Wasim Azad. His question is due to COVID-19. What will be the future scenario in below mentioned areas, and what will be the role of HR in those areas? So number one is current and future increment. So he's talked about increment. Second is variable pay. Third is unemployment and the layoff. Basically, the areas HR primarily deals with. Yeah.
See, increments, at least I can talk about India. I'm very well networked in the industry right now. There are three schools of thought at this point of time.
Mm-hmm.
One school of thought is there are companies who have actually gone out and announced the normal increments, as the case may be. So their standing is they find it a remarkable opportunity to demonstrate to the employees what the company stands for, right? So they say that this kind of downturns and upturns comes, but you would stand by your employees, right?
Right.
Bonus. Most companies announce the bonus in the first quarter, etc. So they don't have much visibility, right? Layoffs right now, most companies, unless you are working in the airlines industry, right? Nobody's kind of seriously contemplating layoffs at this stage. I'm not very sure about how things are in the retail, in the real estate sector.
Mm-hmm.
But even automotive sectors, like I have some very close friends in the automobile big setups.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about it. Is a public news which came out. Tata and Sons have come out and guaranteed employees that there will not be a single job loss due to this COVID downturn, right?
Right.
So this is the first generation of companies who have decided to walk the normal route as a symbolism for the employees. Till now, a very small number.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, also a very small number, right? That includes in some of the multinationals, so that includes extremely well-known companies, couple of them. They have actually decided on decreasing or deferring increments by a quarter, or 6 months to a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And even the top management or the senior leadership, they started taking pay cuts, right? However, in the circles I operate in, most of the companies are in the situation of wait and watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
The simple logic is none of us, including nobody in the industry, none of us ever faced it. It is very difficult to predict how the things will move even 15 days down the line.
True.
Right. Just imagine the scenario, right? If God forbid a situation becomes very bad, and let's say the lockdown or similar kind of initiative is continued for 3 to 4 months or 5 months, it will bring the economy and a company to a shape which none of us can even fathom, right?
Yeah.
And none of us really know how good or bad the situation is going to be, right? Of course, it's good news that a silver lining in the horizon, like China seems to be getting control of it, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But however, when it comes to it, I will kind of do a bit of crystal ball gazing here.
Mm-hmm.
I still would imagine there would be most companies, they may lower the increment percentages. They may actually defer it probably by a quarter or so, right? To see a bit of, but I would not imagine many companies with very strong value system ethics making the entire increment as zero or abolishing the increment cycle. The same for bonus as well, because bonus, the way it happens is bonus is always like unlike increments. Bonus is always a payment for the last year's the financial which is gone by, right? And most company would have made the provisions in the last year's balance sheet.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So bonus also, I would expect, and that is a concurrent thought in the industry, bonus payout as per the business performance of the year gone by. Of course, the last 15 days or 1 month were hit badly by the COVID developments.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping that aside, I would expect the bonus payouts to be based on the last year performance, but not abolishing bonus payouts altogether.
Okay.
Right. Of course, there are a lot of talks about salary cards, so on and so forth. But any company with value, which most companies are actually, they have very strong value systems.
Yeah.
Now coming to the layoff side, there also nobody is talking about layoff as of now, and nobody is contemplating because and that is the exact reason when you are freezing increment cycle or you are cutting management salaries, senior leadership salaries, you precisely do because you do not believe in laying off people for a temporary downturn, right? Yes. So that's the exact reason. Even if we had come to do that as well, we'll take the harder personal route of probably deferring increments or taking our own salary cards rather than laying off a single person,
Okay.
right, in this scenario. So layoff is still not a specter which we see in the Indian industry. But I must tell you, I'm also network around the world. Layoff is quite a big thing around the world right now. US, when the thousands of jobs are getting lost as we are speaking.
True.
Same is Europe and so forth, right? So all I can say is Indian industry is more resilient than the global things, right?
Okay.
But God forbid if this thing continues for 6 or 8 months, the situation might change dramatically.
Absolutely.
Coming to the last and superlative question is what HR can do in this kind of time is, and this is something which we are kind of working day and night to give confidence to people about precisely the kind of topics we are talking about. We have a lot of faith in the people, right? You know, for example, think of it. If people see everywhere increments are being deferred, everywhere salaries are being cut, or people are being asked to take 5 days of unpaid leave in a month kind of stuff, we personally believe employees are matured enough to understand that, right? The real thing which really worries the employees at this point of time is the layoff, because at this point of time, every industry is badly placed. So if you lose a job because of layoff, the chances of you finding a job elsewhere is practically zero. So the biggest job which HR can do, one of the biggest job at this point of time, is to create that confidence in the employees cadre that we are there for you. That is one. Second is, like any other crisis moment which you are doing, it presents unique opportunities to engage with employees. In the last, let's say, we were one of the companies who first took the step to start working from home, right? Much before the actual lockdown was declared, or 2 weeks before. We took this opportunity, for example, to start doing 3 kinds of stuff, right? One is start investing majorly in employee capability. In the last, let's say 3 weeks to 3.5 weeks, we have been working from home. I have never seen a more widespread network of developmental activities in my career than what I've seen in the last 3 weeks in any company, right?
Okay.
Huge investment in, investment in developing employees, not, and also a lot of the training programs, etc., have been done by the the employees themselves. Second is employee communication. The second one, we are all learning how to work from home because we are traditional companies and all those stuff, and how to stay connected in times like this, and especially when don't see each other, you can't walk up to somebody's cabin and talk to a person. How to stay connected, right? Communication. Thirdly, but not the least, because I always believe engagement is a two-way ticket. One part is what company does for the employees, and second and more equal critical is what employee does for the company. At a time when employees start doubting their contribution for the company because the sales are shut, the factories are not running, we have to give them more and enough opportunity to express themselves instead of contribution to the company. So these are the 3 things which we are trying to do in the current context, and which, in fact, when I compare notes to a lot of my CHRO colleagues, they are pretty much at least in the first 2 buckets of engagement through communication and capability building. Few of them are also taking the route of building this kind of processes or projects, etc. So this is what the primary focus is. So all of us are hoping that in maybe in another 1 or 2 quarters, things will come back to normal, and also preparing for the new normals, right?
Those who missed the interview live can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, the Process Pro Kaushik Majumdar. Now, you know the drill. Please don't forget to hit the like and share button. Also, please use the comment section for any suggestion, comments, and of course, your question that you want to ask the guest icons.